to Jacob Arts. This is a bit of a weird video because I had this idea. You know that animated show I wanted to make? Unfortunately, I don't have the resources to make that, so it's been canceled. So I'm just gonna I made a timeline, as you can see right here, which I'm just gonna tell you about. I'm gonna tell you the story without animating it because I can't. So, and every time I make a new Jacob Arts character, I will insert them into the timeline somehow. But before we start, I just want you to know, for the future, something people often forget with stories is there's a difference between a canon and a continuity. Take Star Wars, for example. In the sequel trilogy, force healing is a power. That is canon, means it's an actual force power in the universe. But it doesn't fit into the continuity, which is a timeline of events that happened in the Star Wars universe. Why didn't they use it? Doesn't matter. It's canon. It doesn't fit into a continuity, even if it is still a real thing. Anyway, that intro is already 1 minute long. Let's get started. Now, parts of this video may sound really organized or really not organized because I have a timeline to read off of, but also not. So let's start. I'll just put this here so I can read. So, the first thing that happened was well, of course, the actual story is me, a child named Jacob, wanted to have a YouTube channel someday. Then he did. Then he made this thing called Jacob Arts, an avatar. Then he made a lot more, and it was fun. But this actual story for this is Jacob Creation, first event, which I haven't created this character yet, but it's basically a fusion of every single type of Jacob Arts. Haven't figured out how they were created yet, but this is Jacob Arts created. Not good Jacob Arts, not anything like that, just Jacob Arts created. Then, over 2,000 years, in the first few years, they create something called the Jacob Republic, which is a kingdom/republic or place where Jacob Arts is the ruler. After 2,000 years after that, the Jacob Arts split happens, where Jacob Arts have some incident with their emotions and they split into 4 things, or the characters you know and love today, which is the original Jacob Arts avatar, I have to say there now because they're multiple. Goodness, evil Jacob Arts, evil. Toxic Jacob Arts is insecure. It's their insecurities and their problems, which makes sense from his weird their insecure expression all the time. And glitch Jacob Arts is pain and imperfections. And shortly after that split, the Republic breaks up. Now, what is that? I'm just gonna skip that. So basically, eventually, a war breaks out between all these things. And after that, excuse me for. Okay, guys, I'm back. I didn't figure out what the problems were, so I'm just gonna skip them. After the war, evil Jacob Arts escapes the scene and leaves. Oh, right. Let's go after the Jacob Arts split. Studio is created by good Jacob Arts. Creates the studio. After the war, the studio is abandoned. Evil Jacob Arts escapes and discovers the ink machine within the studio that was used to create everything. Ink Beast created. It's where Evil Jacob Arts creates ink versions of the people. So Glitch Jacob Arts is like an inky black mess. I mean, he already kind of is. Then Resistance is created. A resistance made of some of the last Jacob Arts people left. And some just random people in the world. Well, no, it's just a band of random people trying to fight back against the Ink Beast and Evil Jacob Arts. Then Resistance Jacob joins. If you remember the teaser image for my show a long time ago, that picture was Resistance Jacob Arts, which was good Jacob Arts, who had entered a resistance to defeat the Ink Beast and Evil Jacob Arts. There's another war between you-know-who. Evil Jacob Arts is exiled, and all types of Jacob Arts reconcile and remeet. Then there is a new republic created with better systems and better laws. And until I created a new Jacob Arts character, or new character anyways, that is the end of our story. Ended kind of like a fairy tale. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Bye.